Hi guys, it's me Karen, and I had done a picture in this book on mushroom houses, and it was brought to my attention that the portion of the top of the mushroom that we did here was not in the video that I had uploaded. So what I am doing right now is I went back into my editing program, and for some reason it skipped one portion of that, so I'm very sorry. And instead of reloading the whole video, what I'm going to do is just load the portion of the top of the house so you can see the coloring of this portion that is missing in the other video. So I'm labeling this top mushroom only. So I'm really, again, sorry about that. I had watched the video in the editing process and I did not notice that this portion was missing. So somewhere in between doing something in that video, this portion of that mushroom top is out of the video for some reason. So sorry about that. I really am apologizing that I somehow screwed that up. So again, this video is just for the top half of the mushroom coloring from the beginning to the end of just the top, not in here or anything else. That is in the other video, but just for the top. So I hope you enjoy, and again, I am sorry. Take care, everyone. Okay, we're going to start with the mushroom tops. They're both going to be the same color variations, kind of a reddish brown on the top, a little bit of yellow. So I pulled out Mahogany Red, Henna, Pumpkin Orange, Raspberry, Pale Vermiliom, and Sunburst Yellow. I will leave all these pencils down in the comment box down below so you will know what color they are. I will try to remember to read them off as I'm using them. So we're going to start off with the Mahogany, which is 1029. We're going to start on this mushroom over here first. We're going to add in a little bit of it over in this area. We're using very light pressure just to map out the colors that I'll be using. I may throw a brown in here too, just to give it more shadowing. Okay, so this is going to be kind of a dark area here, and then I will probably put in a little tear over here to go up. I will darken that with black. But I like my mushrooms to look a little bit real. Probably stick one over here too, give it a little bit of a curve, and then one over on this side. Okay, something like that. And in this area here, it'll have to be a little dark. So we'll lay in some color there. Again, light pressure. Just kind of mapping where I want them. I'm going to go over these because I'm going to color them in a darker color. And the red will just give it a nice contrast. Okay, so this whole entire edge is going to be a little dark. Down in here is going to be a little dark, but also here is going to be a little dark. There'll be a light in the middle. This edge will be dark. We'll bring it up. We'll kind of give a little wrinkle in there. And give a wrinkle down here too. Okay, we're just starting to build up the colors. So mapping this one out, then we'll bring in another color and map it out. I'm going to kind of leave the top kind of lighter. So the next color we will bring in is the raspberry. And we'll just kind of go over some of the areas here that we already went over. I guess we got a little window up here. Something I like about these mushroom houses. Doorways and windows. You wonder who lives in them. You can make up your own little story if there's nobody outside. Okay, the next color I'm going to bring in is the henna. Just kind of going over the same areas again. This is all light pressure I'm using here. And get into darker little crevices, I will put a little more pressure on. But like I said, we are mapping out and laying our first base down. So I hope you're all having a great week. Start filling out that hole there. A little bit more of it up here. Okay, we're going to bring in some of the pumpkin orange. This is kind of a highlight color, along with the yellow that we're going to bring in. So we're going to put those in the areas that I left lightest. Bring in a little bit of the pale Vermiliom, another orange, and then we'll bring in some of the Sunburst Yellow, lightest spots. Okay. How's it look so far? We'll be going back in with the darkest color again, and that is the Mahogany Red, and we're going to put more pressure on this. So medium pressure. And just remember where we want all our darkest shadowings and our darkest colors here. So with the medium pressure, you're just gonna put it down, going over all the other colors that you have in there. Blending it up really well. Okay, then we're going to go up on this side and do the same thing. It's okay if we go down here because this is also going to be a dark layer here. And I know I've gone out of the lines up there, but say it doesn't bother me. And it'll be covered up with something. Not sure what. I don't know what I'm going to do on the background. Just going to work on the mushrooms. At least their tops. I'm going to go back in with the raspberry. Medium pressure on this also. Okay, then we'll go in with the pumpkin. A little of the Vermiliom. A little bit more of the Sunburst Yellow. This is all medium pressure. Okay, then I'm going to bring in a brown tone. because we're looking pretty bright for a mushroom top. So I'm going to go in with a little bit of Sienna Brown. Just bring that in. A little bit heavier pressure on this. Okay, we're going to bring in an even darker color brown. And what do we have? About plain old dark brown. We're going to go real close to the edge here and bring some of that color up into the mushroom. Kind of just pushing back the brightness of the red pink tones down here. As I'm bringing this up, I'm putting a little more pressure on it just to burnish it in. Burnish and blend at the same time. Okay, let me get my little duster here. I think I'm going to bring in a little bit of cream in here, just to blend this a little better. Pretty heavy pressure here, kind of going in an arch up this side. Bring it on the other side, using the cream to blend with. Okay. And I think I'll go back in with a little bit of, I want to bring in some black raspberry, but I don't know, because that'll just darken it back up again. Bring in some Tuscan Red, and we'll see how that does. That'll be pretty. I want it right underneath the window here. Bring some of that in up here. Okay.